Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you, the twin flame, and the soulmate. Okay, this reading is called the Love Triangle. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you this card before I deal out the cards. Okay, what fell is the Six of Wands. So Spirit is telling you that there is success coming. Even if it looks like there's not success now, Capricorn, there is success coming. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, just one moment. Okay, overall energy for this month's reading is the Five of Wands. So this is talking about, it can talk about inner and outer conflict. You may be going through some type of conflict, trying to figure out how to wrench yourself out of this, out of the twin flames grasp. It could be you're trying to figure out if you want to like wait on what's going on with the twin flame, or if you want to move on to the new person, to the soulmate. This is also representing these two people, the twin flame and the soulmate, in competition over you. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. There's another five. We got all the fives showing up. So we've got the Hierophant showing up next. This is talking about a higher level of commitment. Okay, this is what you've always wanted, and there is someone coming, the soulmate, who is going to offer you this. I feel like you were partially fooled by the twin back in the day, in the beginning, because they tried to, perpetrate and act like this is what they were offering you, when in all actuality it was just a sexual situation. Okay, then we've got the Three of Cups showing up here. This is talking about third party, third party, third party, third party. It's third party because you've got two options, the twin and the soulmate. This is also talking about the twin having options. Okay, it could be more than two. Okay, because this person is in the streets, they like to mess around, they could have children by somebody, they could be married to somebody. It's a lot of different scenarios I'm getting, because this is a collective reading. Okay, underneath this is the Queen of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This, I feel like, is talking about the soulmate coming. This is going to be somebody who is very protective, very passionate about you. They're very good looking. Okay, this could be somebody who is wanted by a lot of different people, meaning that they may be in some type of spotlight when it comes to their job or career, and or they just could be known. They could be very popular, and they have a lot of people who want them, but they want you, Capricorn. Okay, all right. And then underneath this is the Page of Pentacles. This is the love offer I feel like you're going to be getting from this new person. Okay, it starts off small, but there's nothing wrong with that, because there's always room to grow. Okay, this is for something stable, committed, long term, grounded. Okay, this is going to be a healing connection between the two of you. All right, okay, here we go. We're going to start by clarifying this Five of Wands. Okay, so the card we have for you is passive. Okay, so you're angry, you're hiding your anger about this situation. Okay, this anger, Capricorn, is something that has to be dealt with, because you're trying to get into a relationship with someone new, someone who's going to hold you in high regard, and in order to do that, you got to let go of this anger towards this other person. Like I said, I know they drug you, I know they were disrespectful, they were abusive, breadcrumbing, and I'm not talking about necessarily physically abusive, because breadcrumbing and ghosting people and doing all that stuff, all of that is abuse. Okay, you don't have to put your hands on anybody in order to abuse them. And I feel like you went through it with this person. And then, like, for a lot of you, you were cheated on. Like I told you, this person is out in the streets having other families and stuff with other people. So with this passive card, this anger, okay? You got to get through this. You have to heal what this person has done to you and move forward, because this is what they're trying to do, is keep you trapped in this type of energy so you won't move forward. So you're like a sitting, what do they call it? A sitting duck, waiting for them. You know, they want to keep you hemmed up or tied up like a sitting duck so that they can come in and out of your life as they choose. And then all the while they're doing that, they're going in and out of other people's lives as well. Because like I told you, you are one of many to this person. Even though you're one of a kind, in reality, they're trying to treat you and make you believe that you're, you know, you're not one in a million. They're trying to make you believe like you're, you know, you just lumped in with everybody else. Okay. So this person is holding on to karma, like past grudges. Okay. That, like I told you, they pretty much blame you for everything. And I know it pissed you off, because it pissed me off to hear that kind of crap too, because I'm like, you know, all you tried to do was love this human being, and they want to act like a fucking cornball. Okay. And so, you know, you're like, what kind of grudges you know, what are you holding on to? But I feel like these past grudges, they don't just have to do with what transpired between the two of you. It's always already talking about, always, I mean, still talking about, not still talking about, it's talking about stuff from the past as well. Okay. Things that they've gone through, because just like I tell y'all that what happened between you and this person was a pattern and it didn't start with this relationship, it's the same thing for them. This person is very wounded. They've had some type of childhood trauma. Could have been parental, could have been through friendships, could have been through, you know, school, anything like that. But they've had some type of childhood trauma that they've never dealt with, and they take it into every relationship that they go into. Okay. And then wonder why everything falls apart, doesn't work out. Okay. They've been thinking a lot about the situation here with the contemplation card. This to me is like the Hermit, but I don't see yet where they're trying to heal or take responsibility for what they've done, or, you know, want to fix things between the two of you. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to focus on your self-worth, focus on your value, let go of what this person did. Like I said, it's not, we're not giving them a pass. We're not saying, because you never hear me sit here and say that what they did was, you know, was right. You'll never hear me say that. Okay. And I'm on your side, because I want you to work through this and move through this so you can get the love and the relationship that you want. Okay. So this is about taking the time to heal, doing your shadow work, you know, working on appreciating yourself, because if you want other people to appreciate you, it starts with how you feel for yourself. Okay. I know people say that, it sounds very cliche, but it's the damn truth. Because I'm going to tell you, I used to walk around here like a while ago and not love myself and not care for myself. But I'm telling you, the self-love, the love that I have for myself is what got me through this situation with this twin. Okay. Because it's like, I'm not saying that the person didn't hurt me, because you can't stop people from hurting you, but you can bounce back quicker and better if you have that foundation, that base of self-love for yourself. Okay. Excuse me. First card we're going to take a look at is your feelings for the twin. Okay. So 4 of Cups. Okay. You feel like this was a missed opportunity. I feel like you're bored with this situation. You're tired of the BS with this person. Okay. This card is, like I said, I just feel like you think about the situation. You know how people look at people sometimes and they just shake their head. That's what I feel like you do when you think about this twin. You just like, you know, why take me through this if you weren't serious about it? But that's what you got to understand. That is the chance you take when you get into relationships with people, because everybody's not going to be on the up and up. Everybody's not going to treat you right. Everybody doesn't have the same intentions that you do at times. But like I told you just a few minutes ago, loving yourself helps to weed out those people who are not on the same wavelength as you. Okay. And like I said, even if you do get into something with the person, you'll start to see the red flags. You know, your discernment will be good. Your intuition will be on point, and it will be easy for you to pick these people out before it gets too serious. Okay. Okay. So we've got for you, excuse me, the music card. I'm sorry. I'm getting over a cold. Please forgive me for the clear my throat. Okay. So we've got music. It says messages received through music and lyrics. So this person is trying to communicate with you through, I know you just like, don't nobody care. Don't nobody want to hear nothing this person got to say. That's the energy that I'm picking up from you. But this person is trying to communicate with you through music. Okay. They, like I said, they thought a lot about this situation. Okay. Even if you see them every day and they act like nothing is going on, like nothing is wrong, this person thinks about it at night. Okay. They use anything they can to numb themselves or to stop themselves from thinking about it, or to like divert their mind during the day. So work, like I told you, there's overindulging going on, drinking, drugs, whatever. It's going to be different for everybody. But at night, this person cannot escape the thoughts of you. And so I feel like at night when they lay down, all of this stuff comes on them, and they have to deal with it. They have to deal with it because, like I said, you can only run for so long, and you can only run so far. Okay. So we've got the self-sabotage card showing up for your person. This is what this person does. They shoot themselves in the foot. They cut their nose off to spite their face. Okay. So they do things. They throw rocks. They hide their hand. They try to act like it's the other person's, fault. They're not trying to, be better and do better, because look, there's an angel on this hand and there's a devil on this one, and look at where they're looking. They're looking at the devil, right? So they're listening to what the devil is telling them at this point. Okay. But I feel like for you, this relationship is over. What's done is done, dead is dead, and you're ready to just move forward. You want this person like completely out of your life. Okay. So the second card that fell here represents your feelings for the soulmate, and we got the Seven of Swords showing up here. Okay. So this couldn't represent, I don't feel like this is representing deception. You may be feeling this way because you're still stung from what happened with this person. But I feel like this is talking about the planning or the plotting aspect. Let me clarify this card. I want to see what Spirit tells me about it. Seven of Swords, please. Oh, okay. Hold on. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Okay. I see what it is. I see what's going on. Okay. You need time, Capricorn. That's what it is. You're burnt out. That's why the Seven of Swords is coming up here. I feel like you just disgusted with relationships completely at this point. That's why you got to do the healing. That's why you got to get out of this passive energy. Okay. Once you heal this energy, okay, and start to heal it, it's going to bring you out of this burnout, because you got to remember, not everybody is like the twin. Not everybody is going to treat you like this. And this new person that's coming, they mean you nothing but good vibes, good things. They're wanting to add to your life and not take away from it. Okay. So we've got the family card showing up for your person. So this is talking about this new person. If you want to have a family with this person, this is what they're going to want to give you. If you want to get married to this person, they're going to be, they're going to be offering this to you. This is somebody who wants to put down roots with you. Okay. This is not somebody playing around like the twin did, but I understand what they say, once bitten, twice shy, right? I get it. I get it. I get you being in this energy. And for a lot of you, this may still be new. Okay. The anger and the bitterness, you may just be settling into it. Okay. But this is going to be somebody who is true blue. They're real. They're not playing games like this other person. Okay. So we've got the clock card here. It's talking about needing time, cycles, and taking time to heal. So Spirit is just saying, give yourself time to heal, but move through this stuff. Don't just sit in the bitterness and the anger and allow it to take you over, because it's going to block you from a very beautiful relationship that's coming in. And that's how it is. When you just like, what, F all these relationships, F all this stuff, that's when your person want to show up. That's how it is. It's not just a movie, cliche. It actually happens in real life when you just like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. Okay. All right. So this next card here represents, oh Lord, hold on. It represents how the twin feels about you. So we got the Knight of Cups. Water sign is someone with a lot of water in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This card is talking about this person wanting to come with their heart on their sleeve and, you know, playing that damn violin and telling you all these lies about rainbows and puppy dogs. And yeah, they want a family with you and they want to do this and they want to do that. But I'm telling you, when this person comes in, your damn intuition is going to be going off. You know that song, the Beyonce song, Ring the Alarm? Yeah, that's what's going to be happening. Your intuition is going to be screaming at you lies, the lies this person tells, because that's what they're doing. They're lying, trying to keep you stuck, trying to keep you in that energy so that they, like I said, they can move in and out as they please. Okay. But Spirit is wanting you to recognize all of the things that you have done so far to heal yourself, how you have gotten to this point, and to not give up, because this person, this is all they know how to do. They're like a one-trick pony. All they know how to do is come into somebody's life and tell them lies because they can't back it up. They can't sustain this. Okay. This is just something that they do in order to get what they want out of the situation. That's why you have to listen to your intuition, because you're going to know whether or not this person is on the up and up. Okay. By doing that, by using your discernment. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, yeah, this is Spirit just clarifying that this is a twin flame relationship. We know. We know. Look, we know a little bit too much about that damn twin flame situation, right? Yeah. So this is you showing up as the chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing codependencies. But this is what I feel like the reason why this is happening. Why this card is showing up is because you used to be the chaser, but I feel like now you're going to become the runner, and this person, the twin, is going to become the chaser, because you're in this energy where you're not trying to deal with their asses anymore, and that's going to make them want to come back towards you. Okay. All right. So this next card here represents how the new person is going to be, feeling about you. And we've got the Five of Swords here. Okay. This is not, Five of Swords can have a negative connotation, but it doesn't have it in this situation. This is talking about winning at all costs. This person is going to do whatever they got to do in order to get you, Capricorn, because they see your value off rip, off jump. They understand. For a lot of you, this person knows who you are. They've already seen you. You've blown this person away, and they want to get to know you, but they can probably sense, because this person is tapped into. They listen to their guidance, they listen to their intuition, they listen to spirit. So this person can see that something's going on with you. Okay. And so that is kind of giving them pause, making them hesitate a little bit to give you time to work through what you need to work through, because they don't want to come in and have, come in and make it seem like, how some people will, there's some people out there who that's what they go for. They look for people who are in a vulnerable state, or who have just gotten out of something or whatever, because they know that they might be able to feel like for them it's easy for them to manipulate you or something like that. But this person is kind of like walking on eggshells when it comes to this situation, because they don't want to step wrong. They want this to go right between the two of you. This person really sees this as a serious situation. Okay, they really want to be with you. So let's clarify. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. Okay, you got some. We got this card. It comes out for almost every sign. Hold on. Okay. Karmic family. There's somebody in your family, Capricorn. We may have talked about this last week. There's somebody in your family. Okay. The two of you, y'all just don't get along. It's like oil and water. Okay. This is somebody where I feel like you've tried and tried and tried for years on end to get along with this person, and it just doesn't work. The reason why this person is showing up in your life is for you to like the two of you to work this out. And so this is like a situation where for some of you, I'm just putting out what Spirit is recommending, but you got to do what is best. It may be a situation where you may have to just agree to disagree, forgive this person and move on. Remember, forgiveness for this person and forgiveness for the twin is not giving them a pass for their fucked up behavior. Okay. Because I don't like that. I don't, that's why it used to take me so long to forgive people, because I'm like, I am not saying that it's okay for you to just treat me any kind of way, but that's not what it's saying. It's freeing you and pushing this person out of your energy, and you not hanging on to this person and you moving on to something better. You're getting this energy out so that you can't attract it anymore. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the new person, they may travel for work, because the travel card is showing up here. Okay. This person may go back and forth. All right. And they could work for the government. They could be in the military. It could be, it's just some type of situation where they have to travel. Okay. They may live in one place and work in another. Okay. But whatever this is, they go back and forth with this travel card. Okay. And so we've got the seduction card showing up here. Okay. This to me represents your twin. This to me is how your twin looks at life. Teasing, hooking up, dating, third party, temptations. This is what's going on with your twin. They all about the fucking games and not about nothing serious at all. Okay. But then we've got the butterfly. So with you and this new person, Spirit is telling you this is going to be an evolutionary relationship. A lot of growth between you and this person. This person is going to signify the next phase of your life. So you're going to be healing your inner child, releasing a lot of the past. Okay. You should already be working on that as well. But I feel like this new person coming in is going to inspire you to want to do and be better. Okay. Last card we have here is the outcome. It is the Ace of Swords. So a lot of things are about to come to light. Your twin, a lot of stuff about them is about to come to light. Like I told you, they out in the streets. Some of them got kids that you don't even know about. They messing around, cheating around with other people. They may have been with somebody before they even came and approached you. It's different for everybody, but these are some of the things that I'm getting. With this Ace of Swords, this is talking about, like I said, truth, things coming to light, like a new beginning in your life. And I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you, is that you're about to step through a portal or a doorway where your life is going to be completely different. You're going to be with somebody who is nothing but truthful with you, where you never question where they stand, because they're always going to let you know. Okay. You're like, you see the snake on here. I feel like it's you. What you're going through now, you're shedding your old skin, okay, and letting go of all that crap. You're letting go of all the lies and the burnout and the all the abuse you've gone through, all this stuff you've gone through. You're letting it go. You're stepping into a new situation where it's going to be all the things that you've wanted in your life. But in order for you to get there, in order for you to get through to be able to walk through this door, you got to go through these things here. You got to heal these things. You have to do what is necessary so you can get this reward. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. So this is about you being in the flow, being being detached, and not just accepting the way things are. But you accepting things is not saying that you're okay with where you are. You're just saying, okay, this is what happened, but I'm going to make moves and make efforts to do things differently, to have a different outcome. Okay. So it's about you no longer needing to alter or control the situation. It's like, instead of you trying to swim upstream, you're just letting go and letting the river take you where you're supposed to go. And the river, to me, represents the universe and spirit. Okay. All right. Let's get one more card, a couple of more cards. Yeah. So we've got walking away here. This, I feel like, is talking about, your twin. This could be them walking away from this connection. This could also represent them walking away from this third party situation, whatever they got going on. Because like I told you, they're going to try to step in and make you think that, they're wanting to start over with you, so on and so forth. But a lot of you, this person is not really walking away from that other person. They may tell you that, but that's not what's really going on. Okay. But you're going to be ascending. You're going through a transformation. Okay. Learning and an expansion from this situation. This is a new phase. It's preparing you for union. Let me tell you this. When this new person comes in, Sagittarius, you're going to understand why all these other relationships never worked out. You're going to understand why. It was because you were supposed to be with this person, and you needed to go through what you needed to go through in order to prepare you to be with this person. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from the twin. We'll get them from the soulmate, and then we're going to get some from spirit. So here we go. You've triggered me. Okay. You even got, there was actually, when I first shuffled this deck, their deck, there was the actual trigger card was at the bottom of the deck as well. It says the way I have treated you was wrong. So this person knows, they know they're wrong. People ask, like, you know, do they know what they're doing? They know exactly what the hell they're doing. They just don't care. They just don't care. They've been operating this way for so long in their life. They just don't give a shit. Some people are like that. And then we've got, I wish I could be fully honest with you. Like I told you, this person is a liar, you know? They tell you whatever they think you want to hear. They try to mirror what you're telling them so that they can get what they want. Okay. And then we've got, I am better with my mind than my heart. We know this. This is somebody that is logic based. Okay. Emotions are like dirty things to them. They don't know how to deal with it. You know, it's uncomfortable, all this kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from the person you really want to hear from, the soulmate. It's so many messages falling out of the deck. It's like a whole bunch of them. Okay, so we've got, when I'm sad, I look at your pictures and feel much better. Like I told you, a lot of you, I know I'm telling you again, but this person already knows who you are. Okay, they're already smitten is the word I'm hearing. They, you know, they dream about you. They dream about a life with you. Okay, I thought this was lust, but I was not used to love flowing through me like this. This may be someone who is not normally about relationships. They don't, in the past, they haven't prioritized relationships. They may have prioritized the bag, trying to get their coin. This person is a boss. This is somebody who handles their business. But now they've seen you. They know you're the one that they want to be with. And so now they've started to prioritize you. Okay. Then we've got, I don't trust easily, but with you, I feel so safe and accepted. Okay. So this person, you know, you make this person feel a way that no one else makes them feel. Okay. They know intuitively that you're the person that they want to be with, that they're supposed to be with. Okay. Thank you for teaching me how to appreciate the small things in life. All right. And then the last one, it says you plus me equals power couple. So this is going to be someone, like I said, you're going to be able to build a legacy with this person. This is going to be somebody who, you know, uplifts you. The two of you may go into business together. It's just going to be a beautiful situation. Okay. All right. So the card that we have for you, this is the picture. There's nothing, is they're showing some skin, but nothing, you know, that can be censored. Okay. It says sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. Wait, let me try it again. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay. So like I said, this person, you and this person, is going to be a very beautiful relationship. So get your act together, Sagittarius. Don't let this, what happened with this other person, mess you up and cause you to block what could be the greatest love in your life. Because I hear Whitney Houston singing the greatest love of all. So don't let this person block your blessings, because you got a powerhouse coming in. Like I told you, somebody who's a boss, somebody who handles business, and they handle every area of their life like that, meaning they take it seriously, they prioritize what they need to prioritize. This is someone who has, like, where this other person, the twin, has sat and fantasized about, you know, giving you the D or the P. This person has sat and fantasized not about that too, but about living a life with you, having a family with you, like, you know, you and this person bossing up together with the me and you power couple. So this is somebody who is like, who is serious. Okay. They're not here to play games with you. Okay. All right. Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. Okay, overall energy for this week's reading is the star. This is Aquarius energy. It is talking about healing. It can also talk about your wishes coming true when it comes to love. Okay, this is about you needing to heal things in order to open yourself up to this wish being fulfilled. Okay, underneath this we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the new person, the soulmate that is coming towards you slowly, very slowly, because it's the slowest night in the deck, but this is what you want. This is giving you the time to look within yourself and do your healing. Okay, underneath this we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Okay, this can speak of obsession. I feel like, you know, for this new person, it can talk about passion, like this connection being very passionate between you and this soulmate. You are not going to be able to keep your hands off this person. With the Devil card, I feel like, though, this is the twin showing up in your reading, talking about obsession and codependency. Okay, you may be dealing with codependency as well. We're going to look into the reading and see what Spirit tells us, you know, the things that you need to take a look at and heal. All right, Seven of Wands is showing up. I feel like this is you trying to stand your ground. Okay, you know your worth. You're trying to stand your ground and protect your energy from this obsessive twin that you have here with the Devil. Okay, they're trying to maintain their hold on you and like stay latched on to your energy. I feel like in a very healthy way, of course. And you're trying to, I think you feel that energetically, and you're trying to stand your ground and protect your energy and keep this person from doing that. Okay, underneath the sea, yeah, it's happening because we've got the moon here. This is talking about illusion. It's also Cancer and Pisces energy, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, but it is Pisces, the Pisces card, the moon. So this person may have Pisces placements or Cancer placements, or you may have, or both. You both may have. But the moon is also talking about, I feel like this person is drowning in their energy, which is the love. They're drowning in it. And with the moon, because this person is not normal, it's not their normal mode to be all about, feelings and things like that. So this love that they have for you is like, overwhelming them. They don't know what to do. I also feel like, this is them trying to siphon your energy, unbeknownst to you. They think you don't know, is why I said that. But I feel like you do know, which is why this Seven of Wands card is showing up here. Okay. All right. So you're going to have to make a choice with this Two of Wands. This is also talking about you and this person possibly being at a distance physically, but I know you are at a distance emotionally, because that's the reason why this person is trying to continue to latch onto your energy. But you have your soulmate coming, and this is also representing the fact that you have a past life connection with this twin. Okay. There is also a higher level of commitment coming with the Hierophant. Okay. And the truth is coming, because this new person is about telling you the truth, and their truth is they want a higher level of commitment with you. This is Taurus energy with the Hierophant. Okay. And they're going to come in very quickly with the Chariot. Okay. With an agenda, but a positive agenda. Okay. What it is that you want. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying the star. Yeah, your twin, I think, is going through a dark night of the soul, because I just saw that on the split. Yeah, see, you third party. Look, I'm jumping ahead, but see, third party. That's the first thing I was going to tell you when I saw this Three of Cups card. But hold on. Okay, star, please. Yeah. Okay, things are on hold right now. All right, with this star card, that's what's clarifying it, because there is a cycle that is coming to an end, and I feel like the cycle has to do with you and this twin. Okay, because look at the pause card. You've got your back turned to the end of this cycle, and I feel like this is representing what happened with your twin. Okay, and you're no longer paying attention to it, I feel like. Yeah. See, this person made you feel like you weren't enough. Okay. I feel like they chipped away at your confidence. Okay. They self-sabotage. They self-sabotage this connection between the two of you, because they sit in ego and fear. And, this whole situation left you very frustrated, very drained. All right. Okay, so this first card here represents the situation. Like I told you, Three of Cups is talking about union. Okay, this card can represent union, but it's also saying third party, third party, third party. So like I told you, this person is in something with somebody else, Capricorn. I don't know if you know that or not. I'm sure I've told you this many times. Those of you who watch me on a regular basis, you know I've told you. This person is for the streets. They're in other connections with other people, and it may not just have been them going back and forth between you and someone else. There could have been other people as well, because this is somebody that has the potential to be very promiscuous. Okay, they really don't care about, that's not their intention to be in a monogamous connection. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so I feel like a lot of you are not having that. And so my thing is, like I said, there's nothing wrong with, if you want to be out there, I'm not judging anybody. What I have a problem with, and I've told y'all this in the past, is you need to let everybody else know what you're doing and let them make the choice. And if they choose and feel like it's okay for this to be like this, then okay. But that's what I don't like, when you sneaking behind people's back and you're not respecting other people and their bodies. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this spirit saying that this is coming to an end, this third party thing, because you are moving on. All right, let me get one more. Look at the bottom of the deck. Look what's on the bottom. See what I'm saying, Capricorn? So if you didn't know, or you were questioning or wondering if this person is in something with somebody else, here is your answer. It's your answer here, and this is your answer too. Okay, because when this card comes up and the Three of Swords comes up, for me, it talks about other things as well. But the first thing I get hit with 9 times out of 10 is this type of shit. Okay, all right. Okay, so you got somebody new coming in though too. So this Three of Cups, like I told you, it means reunion as well with somebody from the past, a past life, not this life. Teddy bear here, but for some of you, it could be somebody from your past that has gotten it together now and is coming back. But for a lot of you, this is new love. Okay, so we got teddy bear. This is somebody interested in you. This is going to be a blooming romance, flirting, wanting to date. This person is going to be all about you, Capricorn. Okay. And so, Spirit is talking about the conclusion to this situation is you getting out of third party situations, because you're going to make, and this third party is also showing up because it's both of you in a third party, the twin in a third party and you in a third party, because it's you, the twin, and the new person. That's why it's showing up. Your third party is above board. Okay. The other ones, they're not trying to let you know what the hell is going on, and they don't care. They don't care if you got a problem with it or not. This person is very, like I said, narcissistic, very one-sided, very all for self. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the challenge in the connection. Okay. And we got 2 cards that fell here. We have the High Priestess, Pisces energy, and we also have Justice, which is Libra energy. So this is about you listening to your intuition with the High Priestess. Okay. And then this Justice card is about karmic justice, about both you and the twin getting what you deserve, and the new person as well. Okay. And so when I say karmic justice, it does not bode well for the twin. You and the new person, that's a beautiful thing for the two of you, but it's not for the twin, because the twin is about to reap what they've sown. Okay. If they haven't already started to. All right. Also with this High Priestess, I feel like you have been put on a pedestal by both the twin and the new person. Okay. These people revere, both of these people revere you, and they see you as, I feel like the twin does for real, sees you as unattainable. Okay. That's why this is showing up. Let's clarify. Priestess and Justice. Yeah. So we've got the 5th dimension showing up here. I feel like this is spirits just saying you and this new person, this soulmate, are already together in the 5D. Okay. It just hasn't manifested yet here in the 3D for a lot of you. And then we've got the understanding card. I feel like this is talking about this new person coming in. And this is what I feel like, Capricorn. I feel like a lot of your relationships, one of the reasons why they didn't work out was because you felt misunderstood. So this new person that's coming in is going to be all about understanding you. You and this person are going to think very similar. You're going to be on the same wavelength about a lot of things, not everything, but the most important things I feel like you're going to be on the same wavelength about, and the things that you're not on the same wavelength about, you're going to compromise, okay? And then we've got, okay, seduction showing up here, okay? So there's going to be a lot of attraction, a lot of teasing, okay? Like I told you, the third party is coming up because it's you, the twin, and the new person, okay? Because you're going to have to make a choice. This person, this twin is going to continue to be in your energy probably long after you run off with the new person, because they just don't want to fucking let go. They, you know, they just don't want to, okay? But the temptation down here is showing up because this is talking about your twin not being able to turn away from temptation, all right? Okay, next card we're going to take a look at represents the guidance from Spirit. Oh, wait, wrong card, wrong deck. Guidance. Here it goes. Okay, so Seven of Swords is what's showing up here, okay? And I feel like this is Spirit saying, you know, this is about the need, you know, to use discernment, okay? To figure out who is going to be the best person for you, okay? You know, the recommendation from Spirit is for the new person, right? But at the end of the day, you have free will. You have to decide what is best for you. And Spirit is telling you to, you know, be truthful, be honest with yourself, okay? Do you want somebody who's out here and in a third party and has you in a third party because they just don't care, they just want to do whatever they want to do? Or do you want somebody who, you know, is new, who cares about you, who loves you, who is going to give you what you give them? And, you know, the two of you are going to have an amazing relationship with each other. So the choice is yours, what you decide to do, okay? Because I know some people, it ain't everybody, some people are still wanting to try to work things out with the twin, all right? But, you know, you run the risk of missing out on a new love that's going to actually be the way you wanted the twin to be, okay? But at the end of the day, like I said, everybody has their choice they have to make. Let's clarify. Yeah, see, you're going to be sitting at a crossroads. You have a decision to make. So that's what Spirit is saying. Be honest with yourself, okay? The self-sabotaging and the betrayal, you got to think about all these things you went through with this twin. Because let me tell you this, those of you who are thinking about going back to the twin, I gotta divulge everything and let you know everything that's going on. This person continues to sit in this energy, okay? This person continues to betray. This person continues to be out in the streets with other people, okay? This person, as I told you with the seduction card, cannot resist temptation. They don't even trust themselves to be able to turn away from temptation. So, you know, my advice to you and Spirit's advice to you is to think about that, okay? And you have to think about the fact that this person is just about for self. For them, this is not about a relationship. They don't want a relationship with you, because if they wanted a relationship with you, they wouldn't have been doing the shit they was doing. They wouldn't be out here with other people, because like I told you, this new person is all about you. They already in love with you. They planning commitment, you know, planning to have commitment with you, planning to want to marry you if that's what you're wanting, to have a family with you. This person is like really serious, okay? All right. So, like I said, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to need to decide. So, I'm giving you all the facts so you can make an informed decision, okay? So, yeah, this person has used you, okay? And Spirit is telling you you need to enable boundaries when it comes to this person, because even if they come, you come back together with this person, they tell you all this shit about, you know, rainbows and puppy dogs, these lies, because they're lies. Because you see the card, right? This person is a snake. So, if they tell you these things and you decide to give this person another chance, Spirit is telling you that this person is not going to be able to keep up that facade for very long, okay? They're only doing that to keep you stuck, to keep you from moving on with other options, because they want you to sit there and be free and let them come in and out, you know, as they choose. But they're going to go around with all kinds of other people, but you're supposed to stay there by yourself until they feel like they want to entertain you. But they're not really entertaining you. They're entertaining themselves, okay? So I'm just giving it to you like Spirit is giving me. Giving it to me. Okay, next card we're going to take a look at is the Focus. Okay, so the focus is Six of Wands. Okay, so Spirit is telling you your dream lover is coming in to your life. I hear Mariah Carey, dream lover come rescue me in my head. Every time I see this card, that's what comes up now. So this is going to be the way you wanted this twin to be. That's the way this new person is coming in. Okay, wanting to work it out, wanting to be with you, wanting you to be, you in the relationship to be their first priority. So, like I said, the decision is up to you. Don't let anybody pressure you one way or the other. If you want, see, look, oh God, see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This person is messing around with other people. Like I said, you're in third party because of the twin, because they didn't want to act right. That's why your stuff is showing up as third party. But this person is just in it because that's just the way they function. That's their normal mode of being. Okay, the normal way they move. Okay, and then the pride and ego. The pride and ego. So you got a dream lover on one side, right? And then you got somebody on the other side who is narcissistic. They're very prideful. They're very egoic, and they deal with a whole bunch of other people. So you got to decide what's the best situation for you, Capricorn. Okay, this is coming up because some of you Capricorns, got to be told the truth. You got to understand what's really happening with this person. Okay, so there's going to be a love call. All right, I feel like you're going to get one from the twin and one from the new person. Hold on, I'm getting over a cold, so excuse me. So there's going to be expressions of love, messages of love. Someone thinking of you and informing you. But like I said, this twin, all this time, this person could have came back and tried to fix things with you, right? They're going to wait until this new person shows up, and then that's when they're going to want to come in. When, after you started to commit to this other person, or you decided that you want to be with this other person, that's when they're going to show up, because they don't want you to move on. Like I said, it has nothing to do with them being, undying love and all that kind of bullshit. All of that is bullshit. Okay. All right. So the last placement we're going to take a look at is the outcome. Okay. Outcome is, okay. This fell out too, and I'm going to take it. The King of Swords. Okay. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this is about the need for you to make a head over heart decision, because with the Ace of Pentacles, you have something stable, grounded, something long-term, something that can stand the test of time coming into your life. And this represents the new person here. And Spirit is saying that you need to look at this logically, okay? Because I understand that for some of you, you may still have feelings for this twin. I get it, because those feelings run deep. They make you feel crazy. There's a lot of obsession. There's a lot of, strong, passionate energy between each other. I get it, but you can't let these feelings you have for this person cloud your judgment and end up in something where you're going to end up regretting it. Okay, so we've got these two cards, and that's what Spirit is telling you. Make that head over heart decision and go for the long-term, stable, and committed relationship, because you're going to know this person. You're gonna be attracted to this new person when they show up, because this new person, like I told you, for a lot of you, it was love at first sight when they saw you. Okay. This could have been somebody that saw you this summer. Hold on. There's a lot of cards that are falling on the floor, falling everywhere. This could have been someone that saw you in summer, or this could be a situation where the two of you decide to take it to the next level in the summertime, next summer. You're going through a spiritual awakening. I feel like your new person is as well, and so is the twin, but I don't know if it's going to take, because, they're happy with being, their narcissistic self. Okay. There's fear in this connection. You may be afraid to move ahead because you were hurt very deeply by this twin. And like I said, my heart goes out to you. I understand. But you are being guided by Spirit. You're not alone. You see that? They're like faces here and the hand here. And I don't feel like that's anything there to hurt you. I feel like that's, you're being guided, trying to be guided. This can also represent your twin sitting in this fear. Okay. Because they're not used to dealing with their feelings. Okay. And they're drowning in those feelings. I showed you that moon card, right? This person is just not ready. Okay. And I would hate for you to waste your time, Capricorn, on somebody who just don't give a fuck, okay? But there's going to be communication. So we had it show up twice. So I feel like you're going to get communication from both people, from the twin and from the new person, okay? But you got to be discerning and think about, you need to ask them about the third parties. You need to ask them about, you know, what their plans are. You need to ask them about all this stuff. But I feel like you're not going to be getting the apology that you're wanting, because this person does not want to take responsibility, because to them, you know, they're peacocking, right? They're in pride and ego, and they feel like it's all your fault, like they didn't do shit wrong. They were just doing what they normally do, and there's nothing wrong with it. You were the one that's wrong. They feel like it's all your fault, the reason why things fell apart with them, okay? All right, let's clarify one more time. So yeah, this relationship with this new person is going to add stability to your life, security to your life. You're going to be grounded. There's going to be a lot of growth and expansion, okay? But if you choose to stay with this twin, it's going to be the same old, because as I just told you before, this person is not going to be able to sustain the shit they're telling you, because it's not who they are. They're just feeding you things. They're just mirroring what you're telling them, because they want to keep you there, okay? They don't want you going anywhere, all right? Okay, so now we're going to get some messages from the new person. Ooh, hold on. Trying to pick up these cards. All right, there it goes. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get some messages from the old person for shits and giggles, just to see what they got to tell you, because that to me is funny. Okay, so let me do the old person first. Let's end things off on a good note with the new person. Okay. See, they got a lot to say. The cards are just busting out of the thing before I can even shuffle them. Okay, it says karmic connection, moving from the patterns. Okay, so this person, like I said, this relationship with this person is it's a karmic relationship, because this person can't sustain it. You can't sustain it. Okay, I feel guilty about my actions and what I said to you. All right, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, Capricorn. Only what you want to hear. And think about it. They've had all this time to come towards you, and they've been fucking around doing whatever the hell they want to do, and they're going to wait. I keep telling y'all, they are going to wait until you start to move towards this other person and want to be with this person and want to commit to them, and then that is when they're going to show up. I'm telling you, the universe is fighting for our souls to be together. Okay. Then we've got, I'm afraid of getting too serious. I was hurt before. Okay. So that's the reason why this person has been hurt in the past. That's why they're in and out, and they're not wanting to heal from what has happened. They're just not wanting to get deep with anybody. Okay. That's their version of a Band-Aid. Okay. So we've got, for the new person, thank you for teaching me what real love is. This, like I said, this person is already in love with you, Capricorn. Sometimes when I'm busy, I pause to think of you, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Like I said, this is not just a lust-filled connection. This person actually has romantic feelings for you. So that's the difference between them. Is, like I said, I'm not saying the twin don't have love for you either, but what I'm saying is is that the twin is leading with the lust, and they don't give a fuck about the love. But the new person, it's hand in hand. There's equal lust and love from this person. Okay. Then we've got, your voice has a therapeutic effect on me. I could listen to you for hours. So like I said, this person is about your essence. They're about, you know, the things that make you you. So they're like truly and totally in love with you. Okay. Then we've got, your body is a piece of art and your soul is a piece of heaven. So like I said, this person is about the inner, not just the outer, but the inner as well. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Okay, so we've got warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. This is Spirit telling you about the twin. Okay. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. So Spirit is saying they're going to apologize. But like I told you, it's a smoke screen. Don't forget. They're gonna make you think that's, you know, look, I'm gonna do you like I do all the other signs. They're going to come towards you like this, right? Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, trying to inform you, tell you how they feel, right? But what's really going on behind this card is the third party and the damn pride and the ego. So don't forget that. I do that so that you can see what is happening. Then we've got patience. Spirit is saying everything is going to unfold in divine timing. And then second chance, this relationship deserves a second chance. Not, they're talking about your love relationship. Your love relationship with someone else deserves, you deserve a second chance in love, not with the twin. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get you a Hollywood romance card to see what spirit wants to tell you. Where we go. Okay, so we've got memories. It says someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages, okay? Because then you're going to remember what the hell happened and what you need to do in order to, okay, hold on, I'm going to show you this card too. What you need to do to move forward, okay? Then we've got devotion, a dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. This is the new person, okay? All right, so you got to decide. It's up to you to decide what it is you want to do, Capricorn, okay? I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your person when it comes to your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's be like this. Okay, so here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Knight of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So I feel like this is talking about, a love offer that comes in out of nowhere. It can also speak of, a love offer going away. I always do the thing. I don't know if I've done it for y'all or not, but I feel like this could represent the new love coming in. But for some of you, I feel like, those of you who are done with the twin, this is you moving away, moving out of that situation. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is talking about a brand new relationship or rekindled romance, because it could be somebody from your past. And I know you don't want to hear that, but they could be coming in with new energy. So the Ace of Cups is also important because it's about self-love. Okay. You got to love yourself the way that you want the other people to love you. Then we've got the Three of Swords, not Three of Swords, Three of Wands showing up here. This is talking about you waiting for your ships to come in. Okay. I feel like a lot of you have been doing the healing, working on yourself, trying to put yourself first. And so you are coming up on the eve of the things that you're wanting to manifest coming in. Then we've got the Five of Swords showing up here. Spirit is saying that in this situation, you got to want to win at all costs, okay? Because this situation is not easy for you to move through, okay? Spirit knows that, but you can't give up. You just got to keep moving through, because that's the only way out. Even if you stop, you're still stuck in it. So keep moving forward and don't let, what's happening, beat you down. Then we've got the Justice card here. Spirit is telling you your justice is coming. It's Libra energy. This is about balance, okay? You needing to balance yourself out, the mental and the emotional, okay? It's also talking about karmic justice. So you were not the perpetrator. You were done, you were done wrong by this twin. So the twin is going to get their karmic justice, and so are you. And I feel like your karmic justice is this new person coming in, okay? Then we've got the Devil here. This is your energy. It is talking about obsession. It can also speak of the passion that you will have, you and this new person will have for each other. Okay. And it could be the passion that the twin has for you as well. Okay. But things are going to be picking up speed and moving fast with the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. And it can also talk about overcoming obstacles and, again, balancing out the light and dark parts of your personality. So we are going to start by clarifying the Knight of Swords. Okay, for you, we have the passive card coming out. Okay, if you have placements, Sagittarius placements, you may want to go back and watch the Sagittarius reading because this card came out for Sagittarius as well. So this is talking about like you hiding anger, okay? I feel like you got steamrolled by this person, by this twin, and you may have been going through a period where you've been getting, stepped on by a lot of different people. And I feel like, it's like it's gotten to a point where it's up to here and you're sick and tired of it. And so Spirit is telling you, you got to move through this anger and you have to figure out a way to let people know how you feel. Okay. You got to step on some toes too, because people have been stepping all on yours, Capricorn. So now it's time. You can't be afraid to lose relationships, because if somebody really cares about you, Capricorn, they're going to be able to understand when you tell them, when you set your boundaries and come and tell them that certain things are not okay with you. They're going to be able to understand that if they truly love you and if the relationship is really important, this will you'll be able to do this, or not do this, but you'll be able to set your boundaries and still keep the relationship. Okay. But if you're sitting in this energy, or you set your boundaries and the other person has a problem with it, or it becomes a big thing, then that's how you know somebody does not have your best interest at heart. Because like I said, somebody that really cares about you, they may be upset because they're not used to you showing up in this type of energy, right? Where you setting your boundaries and tell them, hey, that's not cool, that's not good. But upon reflection, okay, this person will backpedal or say, okay, let's try to work this out. If they really care about you and they really care about the relationship, that's why it's important to always set your boundaries, because you need to know if the people around you really have your back, or if they just, if they just pretended. Okay. Then we've got the telepathy card showing up. This is showing up on the other side. So this is talking about, the twin trying to communicate with you. I also feel like for a lot of you, it is the new person, the soulmate as well. Then we've got the addiction card. This is definitely talking about your twin. Codependencies, you may possibly have addictions as well, okay? Because like I've told y'all before, my addiction was work. I had to like back off. That's why y'all don't see me putting up all these readings like I was in the beginning, because when I tried to continue at that pace, I got exhausted, and Spirit, knew that I was borderline burnout. I was almost there. And they told me, nope, you're gonna have to calm it down. They even cut my channel in the middle of me doing a private reading, because I was working myself and they kept telling me to rest and I wasn't listening. So you got to figure out what your addiction is, okay? Because I feel like this is on both sides. It's not just the twin, okay? It could be codependency, it could be for some of you, you may still be in that obsessive energy. Like I said, it says, what does it say? Being emotionally blocked. It could be a lot of different things. It could be drinking, it could be drugs, it could be overeating, it could be sex. Everybody's got their thing, okay? It doesn't make you a bad person. You just go through things. You can't think you're going to live through this life and go through the shit you've gone through and come out unscathed. Everybody has their way of coping and their way of dealing with things. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's what you do with it when you realize there's a problem, okay? So with the twin, we know they drinking and drugging and I want to say something else, and sexing it up. So this is what Spirit is just bringing this to your attention, to let you know that this is how this person numbs. This is how they're able to shove down their emotions and not tell you how they feel. Okay. All right. So the card we have for you, 7 of Cups. This is talking about having a lot of options. Spirit is telling you, you have a lot of options coming your way if they're already not showing their faces. Okay. So you're going to have a decision to make when it comes to this situation. You're going to have to use discernment. All right. You're going to have to pay attention to the red flags. You need to make a list of what it is you want out of a person in a relationship, so that when these people start to come at you, you know exactly what it is you're looking for and you don't get lost in the sauce. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify. And see, you being watched by a lot of people, Capricorn. The reason why I say that is look at that right there. That looks just like an eye, doesn't it? So that Spirit telling you, you're being watched by a lot of people. It's not just the twin and the new person, the soulmate. There's other people, other options watching you as well. So you got people out there that's wanting to be with you that you don't even realize. You don't even realize they like you. Okay. So look, there you go. What did we just talk about? Setting boundaries, right? So you're going to need to learn how to set boundaries, because some of these people that are coming up here, as the Seven of Cups as options, they're going to test your boundaries. All right. You know, the twin does it all the time. So you might as well get ready. You got to learn how to let people know what is okay and what is not okay. And you cannot be afraid to lose people by the wayside for people to disappear out of your life if that's what, you know, if that's what's going on. Because this showed up, I'm trying to remember if this showed up for I think this did show up for Sagittarius. And what I told them is you got new soul family, new soul tribe coming into your life. So you got to free up some spaces because you only got so many spaces you can have people in your life. You can't have unlimited people because you'll never have time for everybody, right? So Spirit is telling you, you know, you got to start setting these boundaries so you can free up spaces in your life for people who don't belong there. Because this is how you know who is for you and who is not. Okay. You setting up, freeing up the spaces for the new people. Okay. Because this soul tribe, these are going to be your cheerleaders, the people that have your back, the people that support you. And you want to always make time for people who make time for you. Okay. Then we will see. Spirit is telling you we got the ignore card. Y'all sweeping stuff under the rug. You ignoring red flags. You go la 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 la. Spirit is telling you you got to stop doing that. Okay. That's why a lot of the things that are happening to you are happening to you. I used to do this too, because I used to think that in order to have people in my life, I had to overlook a lot of shit that wasn't kosher, that wasn't okay. And now that I'm older, I'm ruthless as fuck. I'm like, you can come to me with the bullshit if you want to, and you're not gonna like me. And if you feel like you need to leave, then here, let me show you to the door. Because it's not a thing of not caring about people or not wanting people in your life, but I want the right people here. It's about the right people. And when you love yourself and care about yourself, you're not gonna let just anybody be in your energy, Capricorn. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. You can't just let anybody, because you are a prize. You are the treasure. So you got to start to operate like that. Okay. If you want people to treat you like that, you got to operate that way. Okay. So we got partying. Okay. You may be hanging out with friends, having fun, being happily single, living in the moment, because you got all these options. You got people after you. So Spirit is telling you, you got these options. You got people in your energy, you know, trying to see about you, trying to check you out. Enjoy yourself. Okay. Because I feel like you've been going through it, but don't forget to set the boundaries. And like I said, make that list of the things that you want in a relationship, and then make another one that talks about your deal breakers, so that when these people come into your life, you got something to you know, to refer to as to what you want and what is not okay. Okay. All right. Next card we're going to take a look at. This represents the other side, the other person. King of Swords showing up here. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is someone very independent, someone who is very truthful, someone who a lot of times is logic driven. Okay. This could represent I feel like it could represent the twin, and it could represent the new person. We're going to clarify to see what, you know, what Spirit is wanting to tell you about this card, but it can talk about someone who has, I feel like it is partially talking about the soulmate, because this is someone who's worked on themselves. Like I said, they're very independent. And this is someone who has high values and high standards. And if you don't meet this person's values and their standards, they will cut your ass off in a fucking minute. That's why they got that sword. Because the men use the sword too. The King of Swords uses the sword just like the Queen of Swords does. Okay. All right, let's clarify. And so you got to start to be like that too. You got to start to be discerning, Capricorn. And when people are stepping on your toes or showing you that they don't appreciate you, or they just gonna treat you any kind of way because that's just what they want to do, you can't be afraid to let these people know where they can get off and where they can go. Okay. So we've got the trigger showing up here. Okay. I feel like this is the part for the twin. You trigger this person, right? For a lot of you, this person could be a government worker. This could be somebody who was in the military or is in the military. Trying to think of some other things. Those are the two things that come to light. They could be they could be in law enforcement as well. Okay. All right. So I feel like I said, this person triggers you, the twin, you trigger them as well. Okay. And I feel like that's what's going on. That's why they ran from you in the beginning, because your love for them triggered them, because they got self-worth issues. Then we've got the self-critical card. So this is talking about, you know, somebody with unreasonable expectations. They exaggerate the negatives and they're very judgmental of themselves. So if they're judgmental of themselves, then of course they're going to drag you. That's normal. If somebody does not have a lot of love for themselves, they're not going to be able to love you. That's what all of this is about. And they're not trying to be better. They're not trying to come up, for the both of you to be on the same level and be better and do better and have a relationship. They don't want that. They're okay with the way they've been moving all these years, but now it's starting to blow up in their face. Okay. Then we've got the ascending card. Okay. Learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, the new phase. So I feel like this is the new person. Okay. They're in this energy where they're preparing themselves, because when this new person comes in, they're going to be balanced. They're going to be ready to be in a connection with you, but they've been through the same similar stuff as you. Not necessarily a twin flame connection, but they've been through things just like you have. Okay. So they're going to be able to understand, you getting out of something with somebody, the residual effects of that happening, all that kind of stuff. And this person's gonna want to meet you where you are. Okay. I feel like the both of you are gonna be able to come together and work something out, compromise on that. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, neither you nor this person is you're playing for keeps. You're not playing around with each other. I feel like this is going to be a very serious relationship where, you're building a legacy. You may start a business together. It could be, it's going to be family, money, love, the entire thing. Because like I said, for me, Ten of Pentacles is better than the Ten of Cups, because it's not just love. It's the money too. It's everything. It's like all aspects of your life being balanced with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so Spirit is telling you that this is happening in divine timing, right? So it's whenever they say, all right? We've got anger showing up here. Remember, look, so we've gone from you hiding anger with the passive card, Capricorn, till it coming out full force. So I don't know if it's going to be a situation to where you may be angry because this is not coming to you at the time that you're wanting it to come to you, because I think Scorpio got this card as well. This could also be, you being angry you could be angry at the new person, or this is your anger for the twin. It's going to be different for all of you, because I'm getting a lot of different things. So whatever this anger is, this is something you gotta figure it out, and you have to put it to bed, because this blocks what you want from coming to you. Okay. This new person is going to be very loyal to you. Okay. They're going to put you first. They're going to prioritize you and the relationship. And then we've got, this is for the twin, not today. So this person is still upset. They're not, dealing with things. They're in denial. They're avoiding conversation. Okay. Needing to set boundaries, but feeling hurt by everything. Like I said, they still blame you for everything because they didn't do anything wrong, right? Okay. So when it comes to the outcome Capricorn, we've got the Star. This is Aquarius energy. It is talking about, wishes coming true. It's also talking about healing. Okay. Did I say this is Aquarius energy? If I didn't, I'm saying it again if I did. Okay, so this is about you healing to prepare for what it is you want, to open yourself up to receive what Spirit is going to give you. Okay, because you got a lot of rewards coming for walking away from this twin. Okay, so you got, money, love. It could be a new car. It could be a lot of different things. Okay, a new job, promotion. It could be a lot of different things. If you have your own business, your business blowing up, or if you got a promising career, your career blowing up. Is going to be a lot of different ways this can come to fruition for all of you, because it is a collective reading. Okay, let's clarify. But like I said, everything's going to happen in divine timing, and this is a collective reading. And for some of you, it could have already happened. For others of you, it's on the verge of happening. And then there's others of you where you just hadn't gotten there yet, but it's still coming. Okay. All right. Okay, so for you, Spirit is telling you, you're learning important lessons for you to prepare for these new things, these rewards that are coming into your life. Okay, when it comes to your person, the twin, this is they're afraid. They still don't want to come tell you how they feel. We already had this not today card, where they're angry at you. It's all your fault. Wham, 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 right? And here's the new person, teddy bear. So this is somebody interested in you. There's going to be a blooming romance, a lot of flirting, a lot of dating, getting to know each other. And like I said, you will both understand where the other one comes from, because you both have gotten out of things where, you know, you were in relationships where the other person wasn't valuing you or valuing what you bring to the table. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some oracle cards from Spirit, see what else they want to tell you. Okay. So we've got leap of faith. A risky, bold move may be required to move this connection forward. This could represent a soulmate coming into your life. And it could be also you, once they come into your life, making that decision to take that leap of faith to be in the connection with them. Okay, now we're going to get some messages from Crazy. We're going to let Crazy talk first. Then we're going to get the messages from the new person, okay? Okay, so we've got rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish, okay? Look, at the bottom of the deck, it says, I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you, okay? Then we've got, it's difficult for me to process my emotions. I'm not available right now. No shit, Sherlock, okay? Then we've got, I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions. I won't admit it. We know this. They're not telling us anything we don't know, okay? Now we're going to get some messages from the new person. Okay, it says, my world, you mean the world to me. Everything revolves around you. I keep you in mind when I'm making decisions, and I include you in all of my plans, every action, every dream. I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel like nothing. Okay, so this person is making plans. They making plans and getting ready, you know, they making space in their life for you. Okay, this new person. So like I told you with that 10 of Pentacles, neither one of you are messing around. Okay, all right. Let's get a few more messages from them, see what they want to say. Ooh, okay. So it says, when I can hold you again, I will never let you go. Okay. I miss you more and more every day. Okay. No one understands me like you do. And I am keeping tabs on you. So we know they're watching you. We talked about that. Both people are watching you, the old person and the new person. Okay. All right. So before you go, we're going to pull the some Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle cards to get another message from Spirit. Ooh. Okay, so we have main attraction. It says someone can't keep their eyes off you. You are the leading star. You are the center of attention. Okay. Like I said, I feel like, you know, you are the center of attention for both people. Like I said, the twin is trying to keep you stuck in the energy, and the new person, you know, they can't keep their eyes off of you. You are the one for them. Okay. Then we've got vivid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. Okay, so you could be dreaming about the twin. You could be dreaming about the new person. This could also be, you could be waking up. When you first wake up, you may be getting messages from the twin or the soulmate. But I feel like this is talking about with the soulmate, that, you know, the two of you are coming together gradually. And so as that happens, you'll get more communication from them. Okay, and then it says laughter. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no coat could ever. So this is going to be somebody with whom, you know, you have a lot of good times with. Okay, I've said this before. I don't know if I said this to y'all, but it's like your inner child and their inner child are playing together. Okay, so that's where the laughter comes from. This is going to be someone where you genuinely enjoy each other's company. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at you and new love and what's going on between the two of you in your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Capricorn. The overall energy for this week's reading is the Hangman. Okay, this is Pisces energy. It is talking about, you know, it can talk about being stuck and stagnant. It can also speak of, you know, you letting go of things that no longer serve you, trying to look at this connection, like look at your love life, I feel like, from a different perspective. Okay. The Hangman is Pisces energy. Okay. Underneath that, we have the Queen of Cups, water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this card shows up for me, Spirit is saying it's Scorpio. So you may have Scorpio placement, your person may have. With this Queen of Cups, it is talking about, you know, having a lot of love. I feel like you have a lot of love to give. Okay. But with the Five of Swords, I feel like things have just been not going the way you wanted them to go. There's been breadcrumbing. There's been, you know, emotional abuse, manipulation, all these types of things. This could represent this new person coming in and wanting to win your heart at all costs as well, because they have a lot of love for you. Okay. And then with the Ten of Cups, it is talking about, you know, the happy family, like, you know, you having the love and the family that you've always wanted with someone else. All right. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying the Hangman. Okay, so to clarify the Hangman, we have the spirit animal here. So I just feel like this spirit saying that you and your soulmate, you mirror each other, just like you used to mirror the twin. Okay. Then we've got the secrets card coming up here. Let me clarify to see why this secrets card is coming up here. What's the secrets card? What's the Okay, so spirit is saying that unbeknownst to a lot of people, this to me is like the moon. So I feel like, you know, on the DL, you are healing. And that's what the secret is. Okay. You're doing it and not letting anybody know that's what you're doing. But that's good. It doesn't matter if you let everybody know. You don't have to let everybody in your business and let them know what the hell you're doing, because this is about you at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with anybody else. So if you want to heal on the DL, you heal on the DL. That's good. You should be proud of yourself that you're taking the initiative to do that, to fix your love life. Okay. Because you realize, I feel like you realize the connection between you being unhealed and your relationships not going the way you want them to go. Okay. Hold on. Okay. When it comes to your person, the soulmate, okay, they're going through a period of chaos. Okay. They could be healing from something just like you are, because with a lot of the other signs that I've read for it, you know, like I said, you're mirroring this person. So whatever's going on with you, 9 times out of 10 is going on with your person. Okay. And they are looking for clarity. Okay. This is about them, you know, being able to see things clearly and understanding people, situations, places, and things for what they truly are. Because I feel like the last person they were with was very manipulative and very abusive, just like the twin you were with. Okay. I'm not saying they went through a twin flame connection, but I am saying that they went through somebody, you know, went through something with somebody who took them for granted, just like this twin took you for granted. Okay. All right, so the first card we're going to take a look at represents your desires and goals for the relationship. So we've got the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. You could be the older person in this connection, or it could be the soulmate. With this Hermit card, I feel like, you know, where you are, your goal is, you know, to heal and to be healed and to live a good life, because you've done those things with the Hermit card. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. Yeah. Capricorn, you're pretty isolated right now, but I feel like it is because you're in your period or your season of healing. And, you know, spirit has been giving you signs, letting you know, like particularly in this reading, that your person is coming, because you see the neon. If you've seen this card before, it says, and I said, I love you. So I feel like that is like a message from your soulmate. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your soulmate, their desires and goals for the relationship, we got the 7 of Wands showing up here. So I feel like this is about, you know, this person wanting to protect their peace. And I feel like you're the person, being in a relationship with you is going to help them be able to protect their peace, because they know that they're going to be in a relationship with someone who sees things similarly as they do. And, you know, you're not going to be out trying to get them. They're not going to be out trying to get you. And you're going to help each other to protect, you know, you're going to help you, each one of you is going to help the other person to protect their peace. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, this person's been triggered a lot with this last connection they were in. All right, they're wanting to heal themselves, get themselves together, and take a chance to come towards you. They're not wanting to miss out on this connection with you. I feel like until you showed up in the picture, this person like kind of gave up on love and was not interested in being in something with someone else until they saw you and fell in love with you. So now this person is wanting to have a family with you if neither one of you have kids, or they're wanting, the both of you to come together and blend your families together if you do have kids, if one or the both of you do. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to talk about is where you are in this relationship right now. So we got the Knight of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like this is you wanting, to have your love offer. You're wanting this soulmate to come in, heart on the sleeve, tell you exactly how they feel, and to like sweep you off your feet. Okay, let's clarify. Oh, Capricorn. Look, I was crying in the Sagittarius reading. Don't have me crying in this reading. Okay, come on, Capricorn. I hate to see this. So you're feeling very depressed right now. Things are not working out the way you wanted them to in your love life. Okay, you're going through a lot of sorrow because of what happened. What's happened? Period. I don't even just think that it's just the twin flame. I feel like it's all of the stuff. I feel like it's like snowballed. All of the things that have happened to you in your life when it comes to relationships with people in general. I don't even think it's just necessarily romantic relationships. It's just all your relationships. You just feel like downtrodden, like you've been walked all over, and people have taken your kindness for weakness and just done all kinds of crazy shit to you, and you are just fed up. That's what I feel like it is. Oh, I hate to see this. I hate that. Hang in there, Capricorn. Come on, hang in. But look at where your person is, the soulmate is in the relationship right now. We got the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. This is talking about this person wanting to come in and give you the commitment. They're wanting to give you the stability. Because look, normally in the Hierophant, it's not a picture like this. Because look, there are pillars here. And I feel like there's more than four, but the ones that are prominent in the front of the card, there are four of them. And I feel like this person is wanting to come in and give you love, give you stability, marry you if that's what you're wanting. And, for both of you to ascend to a higher level when it comes to this connection. This is not somebody wanting to come in and date you, wanting to come in and hit it and quit it, play games, all that type of stuff. This person has been through it just like you have. They understand how you feel because they've been through it as well. And I feel like, they are preparing themselves and preparing their life to let you in so that the two of you can build a family, build a life together. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. You got to keep hope alive, Capricorn. I know it's hard. I know it sucks. Ooh, I hate to see that. Yeah. So this person has a lot of regret when it comes to their love life. Okay. Things haven't always, worked out and been shiny and new for them as well. All right. And they are building up their confidence. Okay. Because I feel like maybe a little bit you may intimidate this person. Okay. And so they are, building themselves up, I feel like, talking themselves up and overcoming, any issues that they've got because of the things that they've experienced in the past with their love life so that they can come in, with that air of confidence and sweep you off your feet. Okay. All right. The next card is what is your obstacle in this connection? And we've got the Queen of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about you being at the ready. You've been through a lot of stuff. You may be a widow or widower. You could be divorced. Okay. Just, or somebody that's just been through a lot of breakups. I feel like you've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of hard times. And with this Queen of Swords card, like I told you, you're just fed up. So you are doing whatever you can to protect your energy, I feel like, with the Queen of Swords. Okay. But what Spirit is trying to tell you with this card is that, even though you've been through a lot, you have to learn how to let people in. But let me say this, You got to heal yourself first, which is what I feel like you're doing. Okay. And I feel like while you're in this energy, this is the energy you're sitting in, because you're not suffering no fools. You're not about to let nobody come towards you with no BS. That's what I feel like it is. But you are transforming, because look at all the butterflies in this card. There's a whole bunch of them all around here. There's even one right here. It looks like a butterfly on the front of her garment. And so I feel like you are going through this massive transformation, and it may suck to heal, because I know I don't like it. I know you don't like it. And who wants to go back and feel bad and cry and and have to relive a whole bunch of painful shit? But you're doing it this time so that you don't have to do it again in the future. And I feel like it's going to change your life. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so look, you're going to have choices. Look at this. I'm telling you, I can't make this up. Look, these are your choices right here. You got your twin flame and you got your soulmate that's coming. For some of you, this may be, when this card shows up, this may be a interracial relationship. It may not be somebody that is of the same race as you. Okay, they may not even be of the same nationality as you. Okay, give it a chance, because I think I've told y'all the story before. I told y'all my person is not African American, and at first I had a problem with it, but when I saw who it was and experienced their personality and the type of person they are, I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand why Spirit chose this person for me, because they are like the male version of me. So I'm saying, that's why I'm saying all this to say, keep an open mind when it comes to this person, okay? Because we dealt with the crazy, okay, and was trying to work it out with the crazy. So now let's try to work it out with the person that's got good. Okay, as I was just saying, we dealt with the crazy. Now let's give a chance and be have an open mind, or keep an open mind with the person that has your has good intentions for you. Okay. All right. So when it comes to where your person is, what the obstacle is for your person, the new person, the soulmate, we got the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So this person has felt left out in the cold. I told you, they've been breadcrumbed just like you have been. They've been manipulated just like you have been. They've been ghosted just like you have been. And this is about them overcoming this to be open to the two of you being together. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Okay. This person sees you as a gift. Okay. They may have, they may have been going through a period of where they've been sitting in ego. Okay. Having fear, anxiety, limiting beliefs, toxic thinking patterns because of what happened with this other person. But I feel like they're overcoming that, and Spirit is guiding this person, okay, for the two of you to come together. So they're giving them signs, telling them where to look, where to go, what to do. All right. Okay. So when it comes to the outcome, all right, between the two of you, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So keep hope alive, Capricorn, because you have beautiful things coming towards you. Okay, because the Ace of Pentacles is one of the best aces you can get when it comes to your love life, because like I said, this is something long-term, stable, committed, grounded. It may move slowly because it's a pentacle, and the pentacles are the slowest suits in the deck of tarot. But I feel like for a lot of you, there's been rushing in the past, a lot of impulsive energy, okay, a lot of Knight of Swords energy, right? Impulsivity. And that impulsivity is not always good. And I feel like you may have like rushed through the stages of your relationships with some of these people, and then everything ended up blowing up in your face, and you didn't know why it happened. Sometimes speed is not your friend. Sometimes, like they say, slow and steady wins the race. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Ooh, hold on. Let me see. Why is this card, Spirit? Why is this here? Okay. For you, you are coming up as confused when it comes to you, to us clarifying this Ace of Pentacles. And Spirit is saying that what you're supposed to do in this situation is surrender. Surrender to divine timing, surrender to the universe taking over this connection and bringing it to fruition when it's supposed to be brought to fruition, because both of you have to be ready. You see, you're both going through tumultuous situations at this point. And so you got to get through this depression and this sorrow. Your person's got to get through, this ego and this Five of Pentacles energy. Okay. You both have to prepare for this connection so neither one of you self-sabotages it. Okay. All right. Let me get one more. Yeah. And see, your person, they've got to open themselves back up again and, be prepared to be vulnerable. Okay. They've got to open up and be prepared to show you their feelings, because right now, if they sitting in Five of Pentacles energy, the last thing they want to do is open themselves up to someone. Because I do feel like they do have feelings for you. They love you and they want to be with you, but they're human, just like you're human. And just like, I'm sure, best case scenario, okay, everybody wants to just be able to shrug off what happened in the past and step right into a new relationship and be open and be loving and ride off into the sunset together. But what you've got to understand is you can't skip the steps. These things happen for a reason. You have to deal with them, okay? Because it's every interaction you have with other people, whether it's for the better or it's for worse, it's going to leave some type of mark on you. And so if it's not a positive mark and it's something negative, it has to be dealt with before you move on. Otherwise, you just adding to the suitcase full of baggage or marks that you have from all the other people who've done things that haven't been healed. But I feel like you're on the right road with this healing card. And I know if you're healing, because remember I told you, you and this person mirror each other, right? With the spirit animal card, with these two swans, because swans mirror each other. A lot of times it talks about twin flames, but we're talking about your soulmate. So Spirit is telling you that this person is going through the same thing that you're going through. So if you're healing, then they're healing as well. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit. Okay. So we have wait. The timing is not quite right, because you're not ready emotionally and mentally for this. And I feel like neither is your soulmate at this time. Then we have children. Children are important to this partnership. So you may have children, your person may have, like I told you, it could be about the two of you needing to come together and blend your families, or this is talking about inner childhood wounding that needs to be healed. Okay. And then we've got rejection. Spirit is saying this rejection is actually divine protection, because you couldn't have been with that damn twin flame. Okay. One half of y'all probably would have ended up in jail, because that person would have provoked you to the point to where you would have busted them upside their head or done some stuff like that. And, nobody wants to be a part of that, because somebody can't control themselves and act like they got some damn sense. Okay. Talking about them, not you. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from your person. Okay. So we have mission. Together, we are an unstoppable force. We have a purpose together, and I am determined to live it out with you. We are just perfect together. We can overcome any obstacle if we work as a team. Okay. So like I said, you and this person are going to come together and do some things. You may start a business together. Like I said, I don't feel like this is just a connection, a love connection. I feel like there's going to be other things that are going to flourish or be offshoots of this connection. All right. Then we've got divine guidance. I am amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. The divine is working behind the scene for us. If you look back at our journey, you will see it too. Okay. So this person, they're tapped in, they're an empath just like you are. So it's not going to be any narcissistic empath, type of connection like it was with you and the twin, and like it was with your person and whoever the hell it was they were with as well. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages. Okay, you've got you're everything I want and need. Then we have you're the first thing I think about when I open up my eyes. Okay, and then I crave you. Okay, all right. Now, before you go, we're going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Like I said, just keep working on it, Capricorn. Don't give up, okay? You can get through this, all right? Just like you got through all that other shit you went through in the past, you can get through this as well, okay? Spirit is telling you to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So this is about, your healing. Pay attention to your red flags. Pay attention to, what went down between you and the twin. Those red flags, the triggers, okay? All right. Let me get one more. Let me show you bottom of the deck. It says playfulness. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. So you got to get back to that place of playfulness, where things are lighthearted and you're enjoying life again. But I feel like you're just going through a hard time right now, depression, because you went through a lot. It's normal for you to go through that. So you just gotta heal yourself, lick your wounds, and just prepare for this connection. Okay. You can do this, Capricorn. All right. All right, Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at your new love and you and see what's going on for the month of October, okay? But this is a timeless reading, so whenever you run across this reading, this is what you're meant to hear, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a reading for you. Then we're going to take these cards down and we'll do a reading for your person. Okay. All right. Overall energy for this month's reading is the Strength card. This is Leo energy. This is about, personal power and assertiveness. So, and compassion that brings about forgiveness. Because you remember, you gotta forgive this old person if you're wanting to be with the new one. Okay. You have to close the door on that old person. So this is Spirit saying that you're stronger, Capricorn, than you think you are. All right. And it's also about you overcoming obstacles. Okay. It's building up your courage and your inner strength in order to move forward from this situation. Okay. That was basically a bust. Okay. Underneath this is the Nine of Cups. So Spirit is telling you your wish is coming if it hasn't already come. Because I feel like for some of you, you may have already, look, it just fell out of my hand. You may have already read. What is going on? You have already met the person that we're talking about in this reading. Some of you, this is not going to apply to everyone. Okay. So this is about your dreams becoming reality, a magical time of life, good fortune in your life. And it's not just in love. It's in other areas as well. It's with your career. Some of you may be moving on from where you used to live, moving to a new place. It's going to be a lot of different changes coming into your life as a result of you walking away from this other person. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to have faith in the universe that everything's going to be good. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Swords. Okay. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is representing both the new and the old love, because the old person is watching you. Okay. But this new person is as well, and they're going through a transformation. And I feel like these butterflies are also representing this new person watching you, Capricorn, as you go through your transformation. Okay. All right. Then we've got the Balance card showing up here. All right. So this is talking about, this is Temperance. So it's talking about, balance, you balancing yourself out. This is also talking about your soulmate appearing in your life, and the fact that this connection is going to be very healing for both of you. I feel like whatever residue is left over from the healing you've done and from the healing they've done, the two of you are going to help each other to get rid of the rest of it. Okay. All right. Then we've got the Renewal card. This is Judgment. All right. This is talking about second chances. Okay. And when it comes to your love life. Okay. Look at the family here. So this, I feel like I've told y'all this before about you blending families or having one of your own if neither one of you have kids, or adding to it if you do have children and you're wanting to procreate with each other. Okay. All right. We're going to start by clarifying the Strength card. Okay, so for you, we have the flow card here. So this is about you accepting things as they are. You're detaching from the situation and allowing things to just flow and go in the direction they're going in without trying to control stuff. Okay. All right. And look, I can't stop them. This is the twin at a stalemate. Okay. They're stuck and stagnant, no growth or development. All right. So I don't know. Maybe Spirit wanted to give you a little update on your person. Okay. All right. Yeah. One more. Okay. So your new person is focusing on getting back into a vulnerable state. Because as I've told you before, your person, not this one, not the old one, the new one is going through stuff just like you are. They've been through a relationship where they were dragged and they were mistreated just like you were. Okay. So Spirit is telling you the universe has a plan. Okay. It may look like nothing is happening, nothing is moving, but you know, a lot of times when it looks like that, that's when the most movement is happening. You just can't see it. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to just hang tight, hold tight. They've got control of this situation and they're moving it in the direction that it needs to go in order for the two of you to come together. Okay. All right. So this first card here is representing the main theme of the month. Okay. We've got the Knight of Wands. So this is talking about taking a risk. All right. So it's saying passionate, confident, charismatic, restless. All right. A passionate relationship. So I feel like you're excited about this connection, and you should be, because this person that's coming in is one of a kind. Okay. This is going to be unlike any love relationship you've ever been in. Okay. This person is going to be top tier. They're going to treat you top tier. Okay. They're going to give exactly what you give, if not more. All right. So let's clarify. Okay. All right. So this is something you need to take a look at. Some of you, oh, wrong way. I don't know what is happening in this energy tonight. I don't know what is going on. So some of you are sitting in this passive energy here. Okay. So this is talking about avoiding direct or clear communication, a fear of intimacy or competition, making excuses, blaming others, playing the victim, hiding anger. So you got to dig down deep, Capricorn, and figure out what this anger is, why you're sitting in this passive, because this is passive aggressive energy. You got to figure out what it is you're angry at, dig down in there and get it out, root it out. Okay. Cut it out and get rid of it, because you got it, because some of you may have some lingering effects from this person. It could be that this person may have, you may have had a run in with this twin, and, some things came up that you thought you had already healed. Okay. So whatever this is with the passive aggressive card, these things, is something else that has to be healed. All right. Because we don't want you going into this connection with this new person angry about somebody else. Because that's like you taking this person, the twin, and putting them in a headlock and dragging them into the next connection with you and this person. And the twin would love nothing more than to be able to come in and cock block your situation. So you got to think about that. Okay. All right. So next card we're going to take a look at represents the past influences affecting this month. So you were caught up and stuck in your head when it came to this twin. Okay. We got to talk about the past in order to understand what's going on in the present and the future. So this is about a lack of self-confidence. That's why you were feeling helpless. All right. But I feel like, for the majority of you, you've learned that it was self-imposed, that you were doing it to yourself. And I feel like, the minute you got a chance to cut and run, that's what you did. All right. And I feel like this, this person, this twin, is like all upset because they've lost control of you. Okay. If they felt like they had control of you and they've lost control. All right. So Spirit is showing you signs that this new person is coming your way. Because look at the neon. It says, and I said, I love you. All right. So we are talking about the soulmate coming in. This person, I feel like, is champing at the bit. They want to come in. They want to have a relationship where the both of you nurture each other. That's why it's going to be so healing. Okay. All right. So the next card represents the roadblocks of the month. So we got the Hermit. All right. This is talking about time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Self-discovery. So I feel like you're growing. You're still learning a lot about yourself. And with this Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy, Spirit is telling you this is the energy you need to sit in to deal with this passive aggressive energy that some of you have been taking on, and also to just this is not only for healing, it's also to continue to streamline and to keep your peace of mind intact, okay? Because that's what this is about. This is about you loving yourself, putting yourself first, and doing whatever you got to do to hang on to your your peace of mind, okay? And not letting anything or anybody get in the way of that, okay? Because I feel like that's what the twin was all about, wanting to keep you like this, to keep you stuck, to keep you in chaos, okay? Or to make you feel invisible, okay? Because they come in, they take what they want, they don't give you anything in return, and they leave you like this, all right? So for some of you, there's still some energy, some chaotic energy from being with this person that has to be dealt with. And then for others of you, the invisibility, that's something that has to be dealt with as well. And I understand, I know it's a lot of stuff you like, I did this, I did this, I did that, and then there's more. And I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, what did I just say at the beginning? This is a love unlike anything you've ever experienced, okay? And so, in order for you to be prepared for it, you got to do what you need to do, all right? So whatever it is you need to do this, if you're wanting to be with this person, you got to do it, because your person, your soulmate is doing the same thing. You're not the only one doing it, because remember I told you the two of you are mirroring each other. So it's not a thing like you over here working yourself to death and they kick back, watching TV, you know what I'm saying? Eating and chilling and like, looking at their watch, like, you ready yet? I'm waiting on you. You ready? They not doing that. They asses is working too, okay? Because like I told you, you both have gotten out of chaotic connections, okay? And like it or not, it leaves stuff on you. That's why, like for me, as I've gotten older, that's just something that for me is like a no-go, okay? If I get into something with somebody, I don't care if it's a friend, I don't care if it's a romantic connection, I don't care. If I see several instances of unhealthy behavior, or I see you doing things that I know that if I stay in that energy with you, it's gonna rub off on me and it's not gonna be good for me, I gotta go. Because like I told you, me and my peace of mind is priceless. They are priceless. Both of those things for me are priceless. And I'm not going to sit and let anybody bring me back down or bring me over to where they are if that's not where I feel like I need to be, or if that doesn't feel healthy or feel like what I should be experiencing. Okay? So that's why it's so important to be discerning and to watch who you deal with. And like I told you, I am not just talking about a romantic relationship. I'm talking about all your relationships, because you pick up their parts and they pick up your parts. Okay, you pick up things that they do, and they pick up things that you do. And so if this person is 80% toxic and 20% healthy, what you think you finna get from them? Okay, you got to think about that. Okay, so the next card represents the possibilities of the month. It's the Emperor, baby. It's that boss energy, baby. It's the soulmate. So Spirit is telling you, hold on one second. Okay, so Spirit is telling you that this person is on the way, okay? Because this is the Emperor to your Empress, or males, make it fit, okay? Your Empress to your Emperor, all right? And this is about somebody that's going to come in, for the women, even if this is a woman, for you guys, this person is going to want to protect you. It's going to be a situation where if anybody fuck with you, God help that person, okay? This person is gonna be protective of you like your spiritual team is. Just like I told you that twin is catching hell because they dared to fuck with you. The same thing is going to be going on with this person. Spirit is sending you a protector, whether you're a male or female. It's going to be a situation where no, they're going to your friends and your people around you, just random people are going to be like, look, don't mess with these people, because if you mess with him or you mess with her, you're going to have to deal with both of them. It's going to be that type of situation because this person don't play. They don't play when it comes to you. All right. And so this is Spirit is telling you, you right there. The person is right there. It's like almost like you can reach out and touch the person. They are a possibility. It's a possibility that they can come in this month. So don't grumble about having to do this stuff. Just welcome it and do what you need to do. Don't fight it. Okay? Because you're headed towards something great. You're headed towards something beautiful. Okay? Let's clarify. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know if it was this sign, but this card has been showing up quite a bit. Okay. The trauma wounds. Somebody, okay, it could be one of you, it could be a lot of you. All right. I know this is a sore and sensitive subject, but somebody in the collective has been, sexually abused, some kind of way. And like I said, my heart goes out to you. I am so sorry, to you that this happened to you. Okay. Nobody deserves crap like this. This is horrible. Okay. And I know it's sensitive, and I know it's not easy, to deal with, but it has to be dealt with, because this is something that really, really, really could tear your situation apart. Because if you're going through something like this, your glasses are dirty. You're not looking right at anything when something like this is in your energy. Okay. So this is something, I don't know if you got to get counseling. I don't know if you may need to find some type of resources that you can work on this, or find a group of people that you can go to that have gone through the same things to work this out. But this has to be healed, because what people don't realize about this is that the wounds and the things that you pick up and you carry throughout your life, they're always there if you don't heal them. And I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about this. Okay, I'm talking about all these things. You carry these things around with you, and if you don't heal them, they're still there. And you think because you don't you shove it down, you suppress it, you don't look at it, that it won't come to the surface. But I'm telling you, at the time that you really don't need it to show up, that's when it ends up showing up. That's how trauma works. Any type of trauma. Okay, it could be emotional abuse, it could be physical abuse, it could be mental, it could be a myriad of things. But what Spirit is telling you with this card is that they're giving you the tools, they're giving you the things that are still left over that need to be addressed. Okay. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this reading down, and then we're going to pull one for your person and see what's going on with them. Because like I told you, they have their own things that they have to deal with as well. I got to turn this air on. Oof. I can't with it. It's just be hot. Okay. Okay, here we go. See, but y'all are moving on. Be proud of yourselves, okay? You've done a lot of work, but this is a marathon. It is not a sprint, okay? I know you want your person. I know you want to be with your person, Capricorn, and I'm here cheering you on. And I hope you can get to your person as fast as you want to get to them. But like I said, you just got to understand that there's some things that have to be dealt with on both sides for their person, Spirit. It's for Capricorn's person. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you this. You and this person, didn't I tell you the two of you are mirroring each other? Hold on. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second. This is what their overall energy is, the Eight of Swords. Remember, you had the Eight of Swords show up in your, look, there it is. So you're mirroring each other. So this person's been stuck in their head about stuff as well. They've had somebody do the same thing to them, the same things to them that were done to you, okay? They're in the Queen of Swords reversed energy, okay? Trying to do things their way to heal themselves, but they are listening to their higher self with the High Priestess, Pisces energy, okay? And they are offloading their burdens. They're letting go of they're putting down the bags, okay? They're not going to be the bag man or the bag lady anymore with this Ten of Wands reversed, okay? All right. So let's start by clarifying this Eight of Swords and see what comes up. So your person was ghosted, just like you, okay? Look, there's the Chaos card. The two of you are mirroring the hell out of each other. Okay. Okay, so they're getting signs. Look, you had the signs card. I swear you saw me just shuffle these cards. So spirit, spirit is guiding this person just like spirit is guiding you with that signs card. Okay, so we got 3 cards, well 4 cards that fell here. So we've got the Champion of Coins, the Queen of Coins. Okay, that's the Queen of Pentacles, and the Champion of Coins is the Knight of Pentacles. And then we've got the 3 of Cups. The outcome card is Temperance. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that this person is coming towards you, okay, albeit slowly. This is the slowest night of the deck, but it is there's a method to the madness, because this person is moving slowly, and Spirit has got them moving slowly because they have to do, what they need to do. You have to do what you need to do. This is imperative that this happens, okay? Because you can't go back into something without doing what you need to do to prepare yourself. So with this Synchronicities card, like I said, again, they are being guided by Spirit, and they're paying attention, because I just showed you the High Priestess card, okay? So then we've got the Queen of Coins showing up here. There's the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, this person sees you as the one. They want the long-term, stable, committed relationship. They want you, the two of you, to come together and be happy with each other, okay, and be grounded, all right? So they are getting back into their divine masculine energy so that they can make this relationship happen, all right? And look, the two of y'all, I swear to God, y'all are pretty much, because you had the Flow card and they have the Detach card, which talks about the same thing. It talks about detaching from the situation and allowing things to just play out the way that they're supposed to play out, all right? So with the 3 of Cups, there's going to be a reunion between the two of you. And I'm saying reunion because this person was a past life connection, okay? So you're reuniting in this life. You're going to come together, have something to celebrate. There's going to be, a lot of good times. The two of you are going to collaborate and build a great relationship together. As I've told you, some of you're going to start a business with each other. That's why all these coins are here. It's not just about this being a grounded and stable connection. It's also about the two of you getting money. It's like you bring each other luck. So when you come into this person's life and they come into yours, it's almost going to be like 777 on the damn slot machine, and you're going to hit all this money, all this stuff, all these opportunities are going to start coming in because the two of you are together, because you are destined to be together. You were supposed to be together. You came together in this lifetime to do certain things, okay? So you're going through the separation at this time. Look at the both of you. Both of you are bothered by this. This person doesn't want to be away from you any more than you want to be away from them, all right? But in the end, it is about temperance, about the two of you balancing out, right? We had temperance show up in your read. Again, you are mirroring the hell out of each other. Sagittarius energy, it is about, both of you perfecting balance, both of you becoming as balanced as possible to be prepared for this connection, okay? So, like I said, it's going to be healing. It's going to be, the two of you are going to have a great relationship with each other, but this takes time. Good things are going to take time because you're humans. Things have gone down, and you can't get into a relationship with somebody and be there with them for any length of time, especially if they're doing you wrong, and not come out and come out unscathed. It's not going to happen. Okay. All right. So we've got the self-deception card. I feel like this is talking about the twin here. Okay. They keep coming up. I got to read the card because it might be somebody here that gotta hear this. So this is talking about this person. I feel like they're delusional. They're thinking that you're never gonna move on. You're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay stuck. And they are telling themselves this. Okay, and then it's gonna be a damn shock when you and this person come together with this Temperance card. Because remember, I told you Temperance is a soulmate card. It's Sagittarius energy, but it's soulmate. So Spirit is telling you to just chill out, okay? Disconnect and relax. Stop worrying about this connection, all right? They're taking care of it. Spirit is taking care of it, and everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. But you got to watch out for this twin, okay? This snake. They're going to come forward, try to compete, male or female. They're going to come forward and try to compete. Spirit is telling you this could be their, okay. Let me say this. I feel like it's coming out with the twin, and then this other person, their person, the soulmate's person, okay? Because it's saying the other woman, look over your shoulder. So I feel like I told Sagittarius this as well. So if you got Sagittarius places, you may want to go watch that reading. But I told them, when the two of you come together, like I said, this connection, you are going to be oozing love and care and the lust and the attraction, all this stuff. Even if you're not out together, even when you're out together and you're not doing PDF, you're not hugging, you're not kissing, you just acting like, you just together, the happiness is going to be written all over you. Like I said, you're going to be oozing all this stuff out of your pores, and everybody in the room is going to be able to see it. Everybody around you is going to know that there's something going on with you and this person. There will be no hiding this connection if you go out with this person and everybody sees y'all. Okay. So be ready, because fuckers are going to come out of the woodwork. Okay. You got the twin trying to mess with you, the other person's person, because they don't like to lose. So they coming out too. And I mean, let me just say it like this. We want it to be like the movies where you ride off into the sunset with your person and that's it. And that's the end of the problems. But it's just not like this. Everything is still going to be, there's still going to be lessons. There's still going to be tests of faith. There's still going to be all these things. Okay. So I'm saying all of this to say that this is why the healing is important on both sides, because the two of you are going to come together. All right. You're going to have exes on both sides trying to break the two of you apart. So you've got to be open and trusting. Your person has to be open and trusting as well. Okay. Because this is true love. All right. And people don't, and I hate to say this, I don't like to sound like, David Downer, negative Nicholas, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to sound like this, but I have to tell you what Spirit is giving me. Okay. Misery loves company, right? If other people are miserable, they like, hell, you need to be miserable too. Okay. So it's going to behoove you to be as open and as trusting of this person as possible, and for them to be the same way with you, because there's going to need to be communication. There's going to need to be trust on both sides. There's going to need to be all of this, because like I gave an example for Sagittarius. Okay, for instance, this twin is going to want to meet up with you some kind of way, to talk to you, to try to get you to come back, to tell you all this BS and, puppy dogs, rainbows, unicorns. Yeah. Rainbows, right? So, and I said this is Sagittarius too. You need to bring your person with you. If you and this person, because it's going to happen after you and this person decide y'all want to be together, and you do that. So when you meet with this person, like I said, if I was you, I probably would try to keep it either through text or on the phone or something like that. Or if you're going to meet this person face to face, make sure you bring your person, because I wouldn't put it past this twin to try to, try to get you to get back together with them, or stay stuck in the Eight of Swords, and you shoot them down, and then some kind of way they contact your person and try to tell your person, oh yeah, I was talking to him or her, and they started coming on to me, and they still got feelings for me. Man, I just want to let you know, what's going on with this and such and such. So I'm giving you your warning. Okay. So if it's going to be over text, let your person read it and know what's going on. If it's going to be a phone call, maybe you need to let this person listen in. Or like I said, if it's going to be face to face, you need to bring your person with you, so that this twin can see that the person because the person you with, I tell you, they're not fucking around. So maybe this twin needs to see that so they can sit their ass down, so they can have several seats. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some messages from Spirit. And see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we've got play hard. Spirit is saying find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. We just had the disconnect and relax card. This is talking about, the need to not work yourself to death, not overdo it. Right? Then we've got children. Children are important to this partnership. Either they're actual children. This can talk about, you and this person coming together, as I told you, and procreating, or it can talk about inner childhood wounding. Okay. Or the two of you blending a family together if you both have children or one of you do. And then trust. Spirit is telling you it is safe to trust in this situation. It's safe to trust this person because, like I said, this person has been through similar things and they know what it's about. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from your person. We're not getting no messages from the twin. Okay. They done pop their head up in here enough. Okay. So, okay. See, just let me tell you what to say. You are mine. We are meant for each other. There is no one else in the world who could ever replace you. We're made to be together. We are destined, and I am yours and you are mine only. You see, this is somebody who is not playing around. Okay. Once you belong to them, you belong to them, and nobody better be trying to come and cut up nothing and break up nothing to do nothing. Okay. So it's like, we have done this before and we'll do it again. Okay. So this is, like I said, this is somebody you've been through many lifetimes doing this with. Then we've got promise. I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things, I will make things right between us. So this person is wanting to come in and, be all you've ever wanted someone to be with this promise card. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to the old soulmate deck and get some other messages. We hadn't done this deck in a while. Okay. Ooh, they got lots to say. All right. So you are my lucky charm. Since I've met you, I've manifested all sorts of things. Like I told you, you and this person are going to be, like I told you, 777 on the damn slot machine. You're going to hit the jackpot. It's going to be stuff coming out of everywhere. All right. Coming from everywhere, every direction. You are the only one who manages to calm down my inner beast. When this person flips out on people because they messing with you, or, if something happens to anger them and they have, if they have any type of temper, you will be the only person that can calm this person down, and vice versa. Okay. Then we've got, you are so different from anyone I know, yet you feel so familiar. So there is soul recognition. All right. You're going to feel comfortable with this person. You're not going to be able to explain why you feel like that. And like I told you, it's going to be easy for you to love this person. It's not going to be a thing where, this person loves you and you don't have no feelings for them at all. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be quick, fast, in a hurry. You're going to fall in love with this person. Okay. Then we've got, I am so proud of everything you do. All right. So this person, they see you kind of like as a trophy, but not in a negative way. A trophy, like they're proud of you. You're the apple of this person's eye. You're everything they wanted, because the two of you are manifesting each other. So it's like, whatever this person wanted and whatever you wanted, the two of you are coming together and getting that in each other. Okay. Last card. I'm working hard on my finances for you, for us, for our future. So this person already has money, but they're working to amass even more money. So this would be somebody, if, women, if are, this person is not going to care. Like, if say the two of you have kids and you decide you want to stay home and take care of the kids and not work, or work from home, this person is going to be down with whatever you want to do. Okay. Instead of you spending your money, they're going to be telling you to spend their money. It's going to be that type of person. But in order for you to get to that point, you got to stand in that Nine of Pentacles and that Empress energy on your own first. Okay. You have to, it's about you proving to yourself and to other people, and not other people, but to spirit, to your spiritual team, that you don't need anybody. Because this is going to be a relationship that's based on you wanting to be with this person, and not a situation where you need them for anything. All right. That's the healthiest situation, because they not needing anything from you, you not needing anything from them. To me, is beautiful, because there are no ulterior motives from their side, and there are no ulterior motives from yours. Okay. All right. So before you go, we're going to get a lover's oracle. How are we doing? Yeah, a lover's oracle. I'll get this. Okay, so we got two cards that fell. The first one says friendship. It says nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So, be friends with this person first. Sit down and have conversations with them. Let them in, let them know all you've been through. Like I told you, you're going to surprise each other with how similar your stories are, the things you've experienced are. It's going to be a thing where you finishing each other's sentences. It's like two peas in a pod. It's going to be crazy. You'll see what I'm talking about. Then we've got this card. It says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So, the two of you need this space to work on yourselves, because you got to stand in your own power first before you can stand in power together with them. All right. All right, Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn.